And we're back from FlightSim and Father's Day. It's now episode 24 of On Approach.
63, climb maintain 13 down. 13,000, Tempo 63. 63, contact the New York Center 128.3.
28-3, Tempo 63, good day. Hello, Captain.
Welcome back, everyone. On Approach is a weekly flight sim and aviation enthusiast podcast covering the week's top user-submitted stories and news on the skylounge.tv. Like Kevin said, pretty busy week. We had, 2 weeks really, right? Well, we technically only missed one episode, but FlightSim. Wait, no. Did we miss 2, Kevin?
Well, we missed FlightSim and then we missed this Sunday. But
Father's Day.
Technically, we're Monday today.
Yeah. Pretty eventful FlightSim. Actually, wait. I should say, pretty uneventful FlightSim as far as releases, announcements, that kind of stuff. It was a little bit on the light side. I think in discussion with Kevin, just kind of wrapping up, he mentioned that it was much heavier on the releases and announcements last year. Is that right?
Yeah, it was. This year, I feel, was more of a social event where people made connection and spoke to one another, interviews and all that kind of stuff, to meet the people that were very influential in the past 12 months, because a lot has happened in the past 12 months, and I think it was good to meet up with Dovetail and the guys from Lockheed Martin and the Laminar research team, because a lot has changed in the past 12 months. So catching up with all of them and talking to them is, I think, was very beneficial for a lot of people. So I think that's why there weren't so many announcements this year.
I had the pleasure of meeting so many people. I mean, my objective, I stood strong to it. I did not want to go and be a content creator. I wanted to go and meet as many people as I could, and I did just that. The photos that I have brought back are just like absolutely the best memory of this event. I got to meet so many wonderful viewers, people that have left comments. I mean, patrons, other fellow streamers. It was an amazing way to kind of network with folks, as well as with developers. It was eye-opening to me to see the influence we've had, with developers as well, with not only with this podcast, but with the channel as a whole. So very exciting. I'm looking forward to next year. Viewers, start making plans now. You really want to put the effort forth to be there next year if you possibly can. It is absolutely, without a doubt, a worthwhile event. And the rumor mill is stating that the event may even be moving to Vegas, so you have yet another reason to go to FlightSim. And I'll admit, and Kevin as my witness, I was like, what the fuck am I going to do in Hartford, Connecticut? And why do I want to go to a FlightSim in Hartford, Connecticut? Vegas? Okay. I mean, just imagine the socials after the events once something like this is hosted in Vegas. We're gonna have to fly Sparky in.
I want to say if Evan's watching right now, I'm sorry, Evan, that we put you into that situation, but it has to be in Vegas next year.
It has to be in Vegas next year. Please.
Yes, it has to be. It would be much less expensive for everyone.
Submitted by BRZ. Top story. Make Thunderstorms great again. Following the release of P3D V4 and the new dynamic lighting, I explored various areas of the sim that use this new feature. One of the things that were not updated from previous versions is the way aircraft are lit when there are thunderstorms around. And there's a little video here with your golden nugget. Thank you for making a visual. Let's see. So that's default lighting.
Yeah, it had to be visual. Look how crappy it is.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
much
that's
better.
lightning. That's lightning. Holy moly.
Real. It's
Yeah,
real
that's
lightning.
real. Is that even casting shadows of the planes on the ground?
No, it's not, because the P3D currently doesn't support dynamic lighting shadows.
Oh,
But if
okay.
it does at some point, that's
Then it
gonna
will.
be fucking insane.
Yeah. Neat. And so how does this work? It's
It's a
You're-
file. You download it, you replace the old one. That's it.
very nice and very easy. Sparky, have you done it?
Negative, sir. I will be on the case.
Ooh, Sparky the hacker is more like Sparky the slacker. You're usually fast on these, man.
I know. I've been slacking, man.
You've been playing with Dovetail. That's what it is. You're still getting more sceneries in there, aren't you?
No.
Mr. B, did you do this yet?
I did the rain effects, half of it. I've not done the lightning one yet. That's new to me, so I'll be doing that after the show. That's great news. Thank
A
you
good
for that.
point. A good point. In the last episode, we talked about the rain effect hack. So this combined with that, match made in heaven. If you look back a couple of episodes, you should be able to search through our show notes on the website. There was another post that we covered for special effects sounds for rain. Combine these three, all free things in V4, and you will have an amazing time sitting in your plane and just listening to the raindrops hit, man. It's amazing. I have done it and I absolutely love it. All of them. So thank you, Kevin.
There's a link at the bottom for the rain effect.
There it is. Make rain great again. To revisit that. There you go. And you know what I'll do is I'll come in here and I'll post the link to the sounds as well. Submitted by Mr. Predrag, P3D V4 tip. The texture size is it exponent? Exponential?
No, exponent.
Exponent. It has to be short for exponent. Cool little hack. I think Jordan King probably was the first to present this in the P3D V4 video, and he did an amazing comparison of before and afters. Mr. Predrag also linked a wonderful GIF here to show you the differences. You can see how the terrain is actually crisper, rocking the exponent of 9. You can go up to 10 as well, but like he says, you know, who bloody knows, maybe your VAS would jump up to 5 to 6 gigs if you went to 10. 9 does make things crisper. I use this little mod myself. I'm running it at 9, and terrain is crisp as far as I have my haze to start to come in. So I've kind of used that balance of the haze to make it so that I don't have to have crispness all the way out. So great little mod right here. Have any of you guys done this one?
Yeah, I did this one pretty much straight away.
What are you running at?
I'm at 9.
Yeah, 9 as well. Mr. B?
I've not tried it yet.
You've not? Okay. It's a good one. It's a good one. If you've got a nice little system, this is a good one. You'll see most of the difference happening kind of right in here. And you can see how
does
the
it
actual
affect-
texture is crisper.
How does it affect the loading times?
I've not seen an issue. It's
I've
just
not seen an issue either. It's
crisper further. Yeah. Yeah, it's just crisper further. I've not seen any
Well,
issues.
I tried it, but I don't see a significant difference. I see it on the GIF. But
I think it's
I
one
don't
of
know.
those things where if you have it enabled, like you would not have known what it looked like disabled. So it's not even worth going in to modify it to see before and after. So you're just like, I'll set it to 9. I'll trust that pre-drag, put in a good tip, and we'll just leave it at that.
yeah,
But very
you know.
very trustworthy poster. So head out and try this if you want to get the same effect in your V4. I can't say that this would work in V3. I think that it is a V4 only. Yeah, exactly. Right, because it actually is. It's loading these textures further out at a higher resolution. So reduced FPS with all lights on. PMDG 747 in V4. This topic submitted by Noodle, and he asks if anyone is having issues with frame rate when turning on all the lights in his PMDG 747. I can't say that I've seen this, but I also don't recall having flown my 7.4 at daytime, then switching to nighttime. We did that flight, Kevin, where we went south to South America, and it was like nighttime when we left. So I didn't really notice a difference in it with all the lights, you know, on full brightness.
So the official word from PMDG on that is it's related to scenery, or what's around the aircraft and what's being lit by the lights.
Oh, interesting.
According to PMDG, there are things in the V4 SDK that will enable better performance with sceneries compiled with the new SDK, or aircraft for that matter. If you use scenery that was compiled with old FSX or FS 2004 or the older versions of P3D, you might see some performance hit because of that. It has to be compiled with the V4 compiler to have good performance, according to PMDG.
And there does seem to be a very unified front right now from most of the developers insisting that people please not retrofit in non-V4 stuff into V4. And I think up front, a lot of people probably looked at it like, how can I say this kindly? Like the developers are supporting, you know, the ability to perhaps charge an upgrade fee. I think that's what people saw it as at first. But I do believe that it actually is becoming more of a prominent fact that you're going to have a bad time if you're squeezing in old stuff into V4 that isn't absolutely a V4 ready product. I think it's been proven multiple times now. People have had corrupted files and had to reinstall P3D. Now we have things like this where dynamic lighting affecting a scenery that isn't V4 ready can actually cause you an additional frame hit. So
yeah, and if PMDG is talking about it and actively doing an actual post about it, a very lengthy post that is, they don't talk through their hat very often. When they say something, it means something. They have done their research on it, and I totally believe what they're saying when they talk about compiling for V4. So
that was a bit, yeah, that was a very informative post. Are you referring to one that Robert Razdano put out?
Randazzo, yeah.
Randazzo, yeah, that was a very informative one. It's actually altered the way that I add stuff to my sim now. You know, I won't go and try and butcher something to put it in anymore. I'm waiting for official releases across the board now. So that was a very informative post.
I'm still hacking stuff into it. If it don't work, I'll make it work.
you're going to have a bad time eventually.
So far, so good though. I've not really had any issues. So, but then again, I haven't really hacked anything in, you know, that isn't actually, you know, for it. You know, I've not tried to add, you know, FSX planes into P3D V4. You know, these are P3D products.
Yeah, that said though, I mean, we really do also have to kind of mourn the loss of lots and lots and lots of freeware stuff. You know, I was always pretty big on looking for freeware sceneries for some of the random tiny little airstrips and finding the stuff that works still and then having it in the sim for shows. And I think now, I mean, so I can think of so many of those sceneries that were barely P3D friendly. And now there's just almost no chance that that stuff is going to work in V4. So, you know, a lot of freeware scenery is dead.
You're better off using the default airports with something like the Rex Airports textures.
Yeah, the Airports HD. So it looks like there's some support for this post as well. Smurf John is saying, yeah, mine goes down a tad as well. Summits 81, I get this too. More pronounced drops in the night as opposed to daytime. HJMX, same here, but with 2x SSAA and only landing lights, the performance is acceptable. With 4x SSAA, I get a massive drop. So it's interesting. I mean, there's some good information in here. And as I said, solid information, Noodle. Great conversation starter. And a very hot little post you got going on here. So he says, update. I have also confirmed the issue with using the external lights comes down to using any of the SSAA settings. That's the sparse grid. What's the SSI? Super sampling anti-aliasing. When I switch to MSAA as multi-sampling anti-aliasing, everything is fine.
Mega.
No, it's multi-sam. No, it's multi.
I'm fucking with you.
Everything is fine when in the VC. So I would recommend that for the time being, if you're doing flights with the 747, switch over to one of the MSAA settings to not have that frames per second loss. So good information, Mr. Noodle. Thank you very much. Beneoverlay Flightsim stream widget. This one submitted by Mr. Pear. Sorry, it's P3 Ron. I think I heard him pronounce it that way. P3 Ron with 85 views. Halais. I think I said that right. Benesim is a nice German guy who programmed this very nice widget for Flightsim streamers. It outputs tons of information about the flight, very easy to set up, and is customizable. Best thing of all, it's free and can be downloaded from the link below. Even the source code can be downloaded. Big kudos to Benesim for making this. Happy flights and happy streams. A couple comments here. Love the UI from Summits. A lot of popular posts lately on the forum. Keep them coming, folks. So this is the Beneoverlay. You'll start seeing more of this on the lounge as well. We're working on kind of a refresh of our look for Twitch, so you'll probably be seeing an integration of this overlay also. Got a couple features listed here. Cross-platform, support for all the major simulator platforms, not tied to a particular streaming service. It ties into OBS via a CLR layer. Customizable colors, animated icons, real-time data, plug-and-play free software.
Wait, does it work with Xplane?
It does, because it's FSU IPC and they have XFU IPC. Yeah.
Right.
Sure does. So, nice little. What is this? Not even an add-on, really. Nice little application. It's not an add-on. It's an application. I mean, this runs completely isolated from being in your sim. It runs. It takes your sim data and displays it in OBS. Requirements. FSU IPC or XP UIPC. FSFX packages 2017 product line updates and announcements. This was submitted by Ivana Fly.
So, TLDR.
Yeah, the TLDR, please. Too long, didn't we?
TLDR. FlightSimCon was awesome for us, FSFX packages. A lot of great feedback. We talked to a lot of people. A lot of feedback about Xplane and good comments. It was incredible to meet all of you fans of the product and people who also don't know about the product. We had a 5-minute intro at the beginning of the conference, and we asked who knew what Xplane was and who knew what a camera software was. Maybe 15% of the people rose their hands. So there was a lot of teaching. It was
pretty eye-opening.
Yeah, so a lot of people came to our booth and came to check what Xplane was. Talking about Xplane, we announced that Xplane V1 would be released in the first half of 2017, but that's not going to happen because a lot of things have changed since we announced that. And,
well, you announced early 2017.
We first announced early 2017, but then we turned into first half of 2017, but now we turned into we don't know. It's ready when it's ready at that point. We've done a lot of polishing on it to a point where this week will turn into beta officially for Chaseplane. During that time, we'll do the user manual, tutorials, all the marketing material, and everything for the release of Chaseplane, including the offline solution that we promised to. And once that's all done, then we'll be ready to release. At that point, Chaseplane doesn't have much bugs in it. It's to have a few quirks and a few things that we need to resolve, but it's coming together very, very nicely at that point.
I'll ask the important question.
Kevin.
Go ahead.
Oh, go on. One of the good things about it, Kevin, is people get fed up when a supplier announces a date and then lets it slip. But the difference in your case is the fact that we've already got hands-on, and we're supporting you through development of this, and so it doesn't come as a blow to us as it perhaps would when a company might say, well, X aircraft come in spring 2017 and then you get to summer 2018 and it's still not here. I think that the fact that you gave us the product in an alpha version and we go forward with it, the announcement of the launches and such aren't so important, so that
exactly
was a good move, I think.
Because the product has all the features right now, and it's available so people can get it. The only thing that's missing is the user manual and the tutorial system. So if people want to learn it by themselves, they certainly can. There's a lot of material online too, but we don't want to release it as V1 without having a user manual. So
yeah.
I've got a question from the field. I think the important question is, will Chaseplane be officially released in alpha, in beta, right? In beta before the Aerosoft CRJ? Let's see what we have here. The answer is yes.
Yes.
Yes is the answer. So, ladies and gentlemen, that answers the important question. No, I'm with Mr. B as well. I think that your approach, while at first had a lot of people thinking, well, I'm not gonna pay for alpha, dude. Like, we're the guinea pigs. Well, yeah, in a way, yes, but in a way, we've also had the pleasure of watching this product mature, like completely by leaps and bounds, and we're like with you all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've enjoyed every update that you've done. Well, most of the updates that you've done, and a couple of little rollbacks, but like, we've seen this beautiful progress from this camera package that came out into a world that was well dominated already and made a significant impact. And it's been a pleasure, dude. I don't think anyone is going to have any problems with you guys pushing back a release date because it's not 100% ready to be called the next phase. So
we haven't got any.
Also, I was gonna let me just jump in, Edson. I was gonna say it's also the little things that people don't know about. You've just introduced the walk around function, which probably nobody knows that even exists in it.
It's so amazing.
You would have
If
to.
you don't read the changelog, you don't know about it.
I don't have the changelog on. I untick that. I don't want to know.
Walk around function. Go into the Chaseplane interface, click on static mode, drop your camera to the floor, and move it forward or move it back or move it left or move it right, and enjoy literally a new point of view in sim. Amazing. The walk around.
Yeah.
Sorry for the advertising.
We haven't got any bad feedback about this statement that we said about pushing it back. So people are very good about it. Next thing is the immersion pack in V4. We're still waiting for an outsourced person to fix the DLL for the immersion packs. We're still debating a few things in the background, whether we release it incomplete or if we wait for the DLL to come in and then release it as a whole. It's going to depend on the time scale, but that might change. 717, we announced it at FlightSimCon. We showed a few videos Well, actually, we've shown it live in action in V4 at the conference. We have a picture on our Facebook banner. That's about it for what we preview right now. We're still working on it. We don't have an estimate for the release yet. It's just like we're previewing it. Yeah, so we've been working on it. 747. That's another ballpark. The techniques that we have right now for the immersion packs aren't good enough, or they are too limitative for us to do an immersion pack on the 747 with them. So we have to devise a new technique, new ways of putting the effects in the sim for the 747. So that's going to be a while, but we have a very bright idea of where we're going with this. So it's going to take time, but it's going to be freaking fantastic when we raise all the limitations, we remove all the boundaries that we have with the current system.
Most
with obviously the DLLs and having to be rewritten and everything, the only thing I ask is, can you fix the contrails? The default contrails suck, man.
For the 747?
Yeah.
Everything.
I don't dislike them.
Oh, you haven't looked at them for too long then.
I don't dislike them too much.
Everyone's complaining about it.
Yeah, maybe I haven't flown it enough. So some more important questions from this announcement. So, is the 717 immersion going to be released before the Aerosoft CRJ? It is decidedly so.
I doubt that. I really doubt that.
Will the 747 immersion be released before the Aerosoft CRJ?
It's not an A ball, it's a yes ball.
Without a doubt! Holy crap!
Ball crap. Ball crap.
This is amazing! This 8-ball is incredible like that. Is global warming going to become a thing before the Aerosoft CRJ?
It's a reality distortion.
Yes!
You're not allowed to call it global warming anymore, Mr. Edson. It's climate change.
Climate change. Climate change. Let me tell you about the damn climate change that has had me sweating in Northern California for the past 2 days. Has that been felt around the world?
I'm sitting here melting right now.
Yeah. Look at Mr. B. He's like...
Yeah. It's been hot for a couple of days, but now it's fine. Wait, don't close it.
Yes, what do we
have? You seen the wink to the Sky Lounge in that post?
I did! The Sky 5, I did! The Sky 5! Until next time, Sky 5!
There you go, that's all I had to say.
Most definitely a little wink in there. Lovely, man, lovely. Rest in peace. SPAI AI Traffic Pack, fully compatible with all sims before disappearing. This one submitted by me. So this package was released, I don't know, a few weeks ago, maybe over a month ago. Great AI package. It was donationware. The dev was very open about working with the modelers and livery painters and blah blah blah, and it worked incredibly in P3D V4. Easy installation, and then today out of nowhere, the description of the video was updated to say, unfortunately, the competition was won, and I think he means has won. Everything was deleted. I apologize for the inconvenience. Of course, my old donators will continue to receive updates. Kind of cryptic, but it sounds to me like he threw in the towel. He's not very clear as to why, but I think, Mr. B, this kind of goes back to a conversation we were having earlier about, sometimes people get into it and then without anything more than a single line, they're out.
Yeah.
Like, that's it, right? There's no depth to that, right? A business wouldn't put out a statement that bland. But regardless, whoever gave a donation to this, it sounds like they'll still continue to receive updates, but no new customers, which is weird in and of itself. I mean, that's kind of weird too, right? It's like, did somebody tell you you're not allowed to do this package? Does he just give up because he doesn't have hope?
Wasn't there a thing last year? Wasn't Bellens given a cease and desist order over model matching? From IVIO. I think it's IVIO, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
You know, they could be looking at this and saying, no, it's too close to our model pack, so you've got to stop or something. You know, we don't know. You don't know, do you?
No, I mean,
could be lots into it.
It did also work with vPilot. He included that .v whatever file as well, so that you can use it as a vPilot library. But
this is one I've held off on at the minute. I've not added any AI traffic yet, mainly because of the Robert post from PMDG, because I just want to ensure that these things are fully compatible before I inject them in.
Well, I'm using Ultimate Traffic Live, and it works flawlessly.
Yeah, but
all you have to do is change. You just change the path, the file path. That's it. Point it at V4 rather than V3.
It's not just the ability to get it in; it's the ability to get support that concerns me. If whether the supplier is actually supporting that in there yet. It
was posted up on their. It was posted up on their forums. I had to get it into V4.
Okay.
Yeah, but they are still V3 models. You're not optimized for V4. You're not compiled for V4. So it comes back to the performance again.
Yeah.
This had incredible performance with this package. I mean, look at the amount of aircraft on it. Like it was unbelievable how beautiful the performance was on this. KSFO fully loaded, dual parallel approaches coming in, parallel launches happening at the same time. It was fantastic, but it's sad to see another one.
All those airport packages, they seem to come and go. We've seen how many of them.
Yeah, the AI packages, definitely.
So I don't know what's going on, really, with those packages, because it seems like every single freeware that we see pop on is just, and they are very good packages, and they just disappear and pop again as another brand or name, and then they disappear again. So I don't know what's happening, if everything is stolen or original content or what, but there's something wrong with all of that aspect.
It's a weird one, because you've got a KLM 737. It's going to look like somebody else's KLM 737 because it's the same bloody plane.
Yeah, and ultimately,
unless you add on AI on the end or something, onto the livery to make it different.
Yeah,
but then it's not a representation of the real plane, then, is it?
No, but that's the thing, right? You just keep climbing up the ladder, right? Like, I'm a 3D modeler. I have created a model of an A380 without permission from Airbus. I don't own that likeness. I own the pixels and whatnot. I own that mesh, that grid, but like beyond that, I mean, I couldn't possibly, I don't think, sue somebody for distributing my freeware model. I don't think I'd have a leg to stand on in court. The Airbus could sue me for 3D modeling their plane and potentially for selling that. I don't know. I mean, who owns what, right? Like, and then the way that these AI packages work is there are groups of people that are just addicted to creating these AI routes and having these perfect AI environments in their sims, and so they create the plans. Other people create the models. Other people create liveries for the models, and then when you pair the three pieces together, you have this, this AI that knows what plane's going to run on what route. What a lot of these guys do with these freeware AI packages is they grab those three pieces, they put them into one bundle that you can install all in one swoop, as opposed to using something like World of AI where you grab, okay, let's grab all all the models for American Airlines, one by one, and you got to grab them and add them to the routes. With something like this, you grab it, you drop it, you put it in. Somebody's done the work of compiling it all into one package. What I feel like potentially is happening is that work of compiling it is valid work, right? I mean, that's there's a lot of effort probably put into compiling that, gathering the information into one place. They know that they can put it up for sale or for donation, where, like in this case, distribute as many as they can, collect some amount of income, and then just pull it offline, and then 3 months down the road, another one pops up. And it may be the same people, it may not, I don't know. But you're right, Kevin. It seems to be that they just kind of pop up and disappear, you know? And then you have Ultimate Traffic, right? And I'm a user of Ultimate Traffic Live as well, myself. However, here's what sucks about that. Ultimate Traffic is a payware product where you have this wonderful AI package with live updating routes, but old-ass liveries. Old-ass liveries. Bro, there's not even an easy way to update the damn liveries without work, like actual work. Where in this case, I emailed the dev and I was like, so, how about some Bolivia? And the dude literally in this next revision of version 7, boom, Bolivia. And he's got the Bolivian Airlines in there, all the recent, liveries and stuff as well. And the thing is, these guys, they're meticulous about keeping updated liveries. And when there's an update, they put it in. You got an R2-D2 livery, they're going to put it in. You got a Jurassic Park livery, they're going to put it in. I mean, these guys are meticulous about that. And then you have the payware devs, Flight 1, they got us on old ass shit still, and it's very annoying. Because I would pay a separate subscription to Flight 1, Ultimate Traffic Live, to have updated livery packs.
Don't say that, they'll probably do it. And then
bro, I'd pay it with no problem. You would too. If they said every 3 months we're going to release an update with updated livery packs for you, you'd be like, bro, take my fucking money. Wouldn't you?
But they are business people. They are not passionate people. And
right.
You need passionate people to drive AI traffic. There's so much work involved into that, and so much upkeeping to do into that. There needs to be a separate, dedicated project for AI traffic. If it's taken by Flight 1 or whatever company that's in it for the business and not for the passion of it, AI traffic is not going to work. It's not going to work. You need to be passionate and dedicated, and you need a team to work it out for it to be viable or good enough for people.
Kathleen heard me passionate, and she brought me a drink because I am apparently very passionate about AI.
I've got a question,
Cheers.
About these AI packages, if one of you guys could possibly answer it. Is there any of them that actually integrates with ATC?
Yes, this one did. Yeah. The live the Ultimate Traffic does as well.
Excellent, that's good to know that.
Yeah, they will, and for example, the way that I use it with getting vectored into airports, they will actually vector you into the traffic pattern as well.
That's good.
If you get too close, they will advise you to beware. If somebody else gets too close to you, they will advise them to go around. So it is really, really nice in that sense.
I use Pro ATC as well, and that integrates into it perfectly as well. You just got to tick that box to say, follow the AI suggested runway, and it slots you straight in between the traffic. It's brilliant.
That's excellent. Good to know.
The one that does not integrate with ATC, Mr. B, that I know of, is the I'm sorry I don't know the name, but it's that
AI.
No, it's the live traffic thingamajiggy that inserts live data from like flight radar with models, and it inserts it in. That one does not work with default ATC. But Sky AI, SPAI, Ultimate Traffic Live, My Traffic, those all will be seen by the default built-in ATC.
That's really good news.
All right, moving on.
And have you updated the phraseology yet?
No, I asked Edson about that on stream the other day, and he said it doesn't really change much. so I've sat on it at the minute.
It doesn't really change much.
It changes the phraseology, that's all.
If
Make it more realistic.
If you select the other one.
Yeah, but it also gives you the company names rather than just the designation on the end. So it'll say United 275 rather than just 275.
Yeah. First batch of Carenado planes go V4. This one submitted by Mr. Chemo. Thank you, sir. Very exciting news. Over the past 2 weeks, Carenado has finally acknowledged the existence of V4 being a real product. I think a lot of us were terrified that of the delay that came from the Carenado camp, and even acknowledging V4. So it's really nice to see that we've got our first wave of updates. The PA-31 Cheyenne, the PA-46 Malibu Meridian, the Shrike, the DO-228, the PC-12, and a Phenom 100 have all been updated to be V4 ready. What kind of surprised me from this recent announcement was their new BizJet, and the fact that they released a new BizJet as a V3 product, and it was the release of the product as a V3 product, and then an announcement immediately that it was going to come to V4 soon. Honestly, like, that's exactly the kind of stuff worth just delaying. Just come out with V4 ready.
I was really disappointed actually, because I would have dropped my money on that straight away.
Yeah.
If it was already. But I can guarantee, people are just like me. They're not going to buy it until it is V4 ready. So they'll be looking at their sales saying, "Well, why isn't this selling?"
Yeah, absolutely. Because people won't be buying just for V3 anymore, will they? So
no.
As the developers realise that, then they get their act together and get them released for V4.
I think it's an appearance thing. To me, it appeared like that company is not with the program, if you know what I mean. Like, V4 was announced, and then here they come with, "Hey guys, new product for V3," and everybody's looking around like, did they not get the news?
They didn't get the memo. They didn't get the memo.
Knock knock, Carenado. V4 came out 2 weeks ago. Like, did you get that memo? And that's what it appeared like to me from a marketing side, right? It's like, why? Like, why bother? Just delay it a week, release the V4, and come out with a bang. Our newest product is for the newest sim, and it also works in V3. But hey, that's just me. I don't work for Carenado, so. JoinFS multiplayer client goes payware. So this one hits near and dear to the lounge, because we recently announced that we are ditching FS Cloud and making JoinFS our network of choice. JoinFS has announced that they will go full payware model, and you can buy a permanent license for one machine for 15 pounds. Or should I say quid or pounds? Same thing, right? Same thing. 15 quid. I want to sound cool like Sparky. So for 15 quid, I should say it with something in my mouth. Hold on, 15 quid.
That's how you go, oi.
No, see, I couldn't do like you, which is like kind of dangle it out, because you do this thing where you just kind of have it like there. Yeah, you gotta have that. See, I can't. I'm not cool, bro. I'm not that cool. For 15 quid, a permanent license to activate your JoinFS installation. 15 quid is about $20 US. I think it's 19 and some change to be exact. It's an amazing product. It works really, really well. To speak honestly, I think that $20 US is a bit on the high side. It's my personal opinion. When I think about an impulse buy, I think about, at the $20 level, I think about a scenery or a plane. At the $20 level, I don't usually think of an impulse buy as something I can't see. You know what I mean? Like, this is an enabler of connectivity, but I don't really, like, see it. I don't know, what do you guys think?
I think there's a one-off payment. That's about right, 15 quid. It's a one-off payment. You know, it's not a subscription base or whatever. You're not paying for it every month. I mean, yeah, I would drop 15 quid on it, no problems.
Yeah, because we could be using it every day. And when you boil that down, I mean, per day, the cost's very, very low. That's what, like with PMDG, when you pay £130 for an aircraft, if you do 1,000 hours in that aircraft, you're getting really good value for money. So, yeah.
I'd never really looked at an aircraft that way, but you're so right. Like, you're so right.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with it is there are a lot of alternatives out there that do the same thing. You have Flightsim, you have FS Cloud, you have Iveo, you have Pilot Edge, even if that one's payware too. There are a lot of alternatives to this, and JoinFS is not very known yet. Not
that's correct, Kevin. But as we've found with JoinFS, you don't get that lag. I mean, you use FS Cloud, or you use IVIO, or you use, and the lag is awful because it's bouncing up to a satellite over into Germany and then bouncing back again and telling you where the plane is. Whereas this one, it's just, you know, I'm flying next to you.
Mm-hmm. And that's the big difference, and that's where this software shines, and that's why it should be known for. And $15, 15 euros. What is it?
15 pounds, yeah.
Pounds.
Yeah.
It's a bit on the high side considering the competition, but when you look at the features that it has, it totally makes sense.
I agree. You definitely have to look at the
paying
features. Yeah, we're just not used to paying for it. I agree. I mean, to me, there's like zero doubt that we're not going to continue to support this, right? Like, we are going to continue this. I love this platform. Ever since we switched the loungers over to this, Cub Club has become, from being something really cool and really fun, has become something really immersive and really amazing. The ability to see everyone's actual movements, the ability to laugh together at somebody's squirrely landing is incredible. And we're seeing it all at the same time, you know, with no delay. That's awesome. So it has changed the game for us as far as flying together goes. Come tour time, this is going to be amazing. But yeah, when you put it that way, Kevin, regarding the actual exposure that it currently has, I mean, there's 9 aircraft on here right now. We'll fire a Cub Club right here, right now, and have more than this. So it's like, you know, you really have to think about the market, and you know, was $20 the right mark at when you have 9 people using it on a night? I don't know, man. You might be aiming a bit high. Regardless, I will say this, and this is a great announcement. I think Sparky was like, I'll pay the 20. I want to put this out there right now to the patrons. We are working on discounted pricing for patrons. Peter and I have been in active communication. We're working out some details. Patrons, if you're out there watching, you will have a discounted purchase price. So don't pull your cards out just yet. Just hold tight and wait for an announcement. It'll likely be announced in the Patrons Lounge on the website. So just want to toss that out there. Always looking out for our loungers and always looking out for the patrons. So
let's ask another one about this then, with the technology. Has this got a different technology to the other ones? Because we just showed that there's 9 aircraft on there. What happens when there's 109 aircraft on there to the performance?
Shouldn't be anything. I mean, it's all just distributed load signals. Everything's connected to everything.
The planes talk to each other, so my plane talks directly to your plane and gets the position.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
rather than being sent to a server and the server sending it back and telling me where it is. You're actually telling me where it is.
exactly beautifully explained. Yep. Whatever you see on your screen, that's the actual plane that's sending its own position directly to your computer. Yep.
Got you.
Instead of going up to the cloud and then down.
Yeah.
So that's where that reduced latency comes in. And of course, we have a dedicated server, which is just another plus, right? So we have a wonderful dedicated server with very low latency. It's amazing, and it's been really great for us. So.
Where can I ask, Edson? Where is this server based? Is it like in the middle of the mountains in Colorado somewhere? You know, underground.
It's on a space station, rotating. It's in orbit around Earth.
You know when you see these tech programs, and they go through these server farms, and it's just rows upon rows upon rows of servers.
One of them is our server. Yep.
And we've got a little box. We got a little box.
Yes.
In one of those servers.
It is absolutely not. It is absolutely not a home machine. It is at one of the major data centers in the world.
Do we have lights on our box?
We have lights on our box. Yes,
Good.
we do. Yes. Delayed Aerosoft Airbus Pack V4 update moved to August. I don't think there's too much more to read into this other than an announcement was made and the date has changed now to display August for the 3/18, 19, 20, and 21.
That sucks. But you know, I'd rather have them release a full working product than a hashed one and pushed out early.
That's a very strange, though, because that's one of the first airplane I tried in V4, and that was one of the least broken ones. It was one of the least broken ones. So
maybe adding functionality.
And it's partial functionality, partially V4 features. That's a bit weird.
Yeah, they're probably adding the dynamic lighting engine to the lamps and stuff.
It took 5 days for PMDG to do it. Come on. Is it a charged update? Is it like are they charging for it? Is that gonna be like the Airbus X and the Airbus A320 package being two separate products? Are they doing that scheme all over again?
Yeah, I got done on that.
Oh well, Flightsim Labs will get their hands on the platform before they do.
It's very possible.
Where's the 8-ball?
Very possible. Magic 8-ball. Will the Flightsim Labs A320 be out before the Aerosoft one? My reply is no.
Oh.
I have another question for the 8-ball.
Okay.
Will we see an A380 before seeing the Aerosoft Airbus on V4?
Oh snap, that's a very good question. Signs point to yes.
All right, sounds good. Aerosoft, get your shit together.
I mean, and that could be part of kind of your eyebrow raise to this announcement, right? Like maybe they're just sliding in some more updates into the Airbus series altogether. Another FlyTampa KLAS preview image, this time the MGM. This is Las Vegas by FlyTampa. So for those of you that have already embraced V4 and the FS Dream Team, Las Vegas, you'll soon have another option. As FlyTampa,
We've seen previews of this previously.
We saw one preview shot previously, but look at this new one.
Good God.
Beautiful.
Looks real.
Dude, yes.
I want to see the
Sparky Copyfield.
Look at the Trump Tower.
I've
You can
just
see
bought Las
all the
Vegas
way out.
from the other company too.
This looks amazing.
Can you imagine being able to walk on the strip using the walk around mode?
Dude, you can walk down the Las Vegas Strip. That's crazy.
Can you imagine having a car, like a very good car that you can drive in the sim on the street?
Yeah.
Soon. All I can say is soon.
Or you could land on the strip like they did in Conair.
Yeah. Dude, that looks good. That looks
Yeah.
good.
Really nice.
Hats off to FlyTampa. They
Yeah.
always do a great job. They
The
take a
detail's
lot of time when
incredible.
they do stuff, but it's always totally worth it.
Yeah, I mean, each one of these, like, pillars, for example, is modeled into the multiple pieces. It's pretty crazy. You can see that it's actually all 3D objects.
So I guess
That's
they actually
crazy.
traveled there, right?
They had to have,
Las
right?
Vegas.
With this,
A
with
business trip to Las Vegas.
yeah,
Pictures of everything.
business trip.
Yeah.
We had the Rolling Stones.
Well, I'm guessing they have to go and find out what shows are playing at Vegas right now.
Yeah.
They get
Oh, maybe live updating too.
live updates.
Yeah, come on, no. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. It'd be amazing if this was like an animated thing. Oh,
It probably is.
dude,
Probably is.
that'd be so cool. Thank you, FlyTampa. This is exciting. We're all looking forward to this. Oh, and a special request coming from Noodle, who is based in the area. Make Terminal 3 great again. Apparently, the update came out for the FS Dream Team version, including Terminal 3, and they completely missed the boat because Noodle says he can park. Noodle says that he sees planes of a certain size parked at Terminal 3 without any issue all day, every day in real life, but that in Sim, you cannot park that type of plane there. So, pay special attention to the new terminal at KLAS Terminal 3. Make that right, and you'll be set apart from the others. That's a message from Noodle. I hope I did that right, Noodle.
That message was sponsored by
Yeah.
Noodle.
That message sponsored by My Noodle is Caramel. All right, and last but not least, the Aerobridge 777-200ER. This is for Xplane.
Looks nice.
We've been very quiet lately.
This was back in 2016 in December that they showed the first screenshot, which is at the bottom of that post. They posted that picture and it got some traction, but only 36 likes. The picture looks freaking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Only 36 people got around to liking the picture. So definitely, they posted a new picture. And it looks absolutely fabulous. So much better than what's available right now. It looks fantastic. And that, my friends, might be the plane that makes me switch to Xplane.
Oh boy.
It looks fantastic. It looks accurate. I mean, fantastic, I mean accurate. That's what I mean.
Jeez.
Yeah, I hope you get the wing flex correct.
They seem to have it right.
It's good.
Yeah, it looks great. It just looks great.
With the Xplane lighting engine as well, it's
Yeah. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Do the
And if
777s
plane
not
is
have
designed-
winglets?
No, some of them do.
Gotcha.
Not all of them.
no, they have sharklets, don't they? Don't
No.
they have the diamond?
Yes, some versions do. It's not sharklets. It's like the 787. It's the continuity of the wing.
Right.
It's not winglets per se. Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful plane.
No, it's not been talked about enough, I think, for what it is. I want to see the inside. I want to see the inside.
I'd like to know what Per thinks of that announcement.
Yeah. Definitely one to look forward to. Make sure to check out Aerobridge Studios on Facebook. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the speed round. These topics are all worth mentioning. They end up in this pile because they're either updates or releases for things that we've already looked at in detail in previous shows. A lot of the things in here are V4 updates. And then at the tail end, we're going to give you a link to our ultimate V4 update compatibility thread, which you should check out if you want to see all the nitty-gritty details of updates, because we don't have nearly enough time to list them all. Starting from the top, the Flight 1 GTN 650/750 will be coming to V4 with a small upgrade charge. The NVTEX SP1 Open Beta has been released for V4. I've tested it. It's running great. New interface as well. It's looking real nice. The Carenado 390 Premier released for FSX and P3D V3. Not yet compatible with V4. It's a brand new release. Kind of weird, but yeah, V4 people, we have to wait. A2A P3D V4 updates. The 172, the 182, the T6 Texan, the Comanche, and the Cherokee have all been updated to V4.
All except the Connie.
All except the Connie, yes. And a little nugget for you folks. For those of you that were in our Discord server, A2A is a sponsor of the lounge as well, and we got the little nugget in our Discord server from A2A directly 2 days prior to this release that we can go and get these at the A2A store. So it was actually really nice to be running these planes before it was publicly available on all the other shops. So
have you seen the preview, the lighting preview of the Texan?
I have not.
Cockpit lighting. Oh, go to the A2A Facebook page, my friend.
Right now? Let's do it.
Yeah, they showed it off on the TSL Discord too, before everyone else. This one.
Ah, the cockpit lamp.
Yeah, cockpit lamp. It's such a magical thing.
Oh my goodness. Oh, get out of here. Look, it's actually moving the thing down here.
Yes.
The model is what?
This is incredibly exciting.
That's also in the Comanche as well.
Oh yeah. It's so exciting. It's mind-blowing.
That's bananas.
That's like the Torch and the Pipistrel, Pantera, and the what's the other one? The NG 550 NG and Xplane. They have that feature.
Yeah, you probably had that feature on Xplane for like 10 decades. But
Yeah.
for
good.
a century. But for P3D and the ESP platform, this is unheard of.
You know what I feel like? I feel like P3D is Apple and Xplane is Android. Right? It's like, oh, we have Apple Pay now, and the Android folks are like, you fucking morons. We've had Apple Pay. We've had Swipe Pay for the longest fucking time. You know, really.
Yeah.
But we get so excited when we get features, right?
Exactly. Very good comparison.
We're finally at that point. FS Estonia migration tool has been released for V4 only. Beware on that. There are some caveats with that. It is a basic installation tool. You'll read more about it at the link. The Flightbeam KMSP has been released. This is Minneapolis St. Paul. And Sparky, I believe it's an instant Sky 5 for you. You have it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I flew into it the other day. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Active Sky update June 17th. So if wherever you're watching this, it's after June 17th, there's been an update. It addressed some of the transitional periods. It also addressed some of the layer.
Sky.
Yeah, the dynamic sky stuff with ASCA.
Yeah.
Also updated the F100D by Milviz, V4 ready. RAS is now V4 ready. FS2 Cruise.
Expensive.
Yeah, they're
Expensive.
they're charging. It's a full rewrite. They said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always switch it off anyway.
I always turn it off as well. It annoys me.
It's funny you guys say that. Most every thread that I read on that was similar. It's like, I always turn that shit off. I hate the ladies screaming obvious things at me as I land. Yeah. Aerosoft Spanish airfields, the Soria Garay strip has been updated to 1.10. Beautiful airstrip. I have this one, so this is a great reminder for me to go and update as well. Just announced today before the show, the Milvis DHC2 Beaver is now V4 ready. So run out and grab that. If you did get it to install in V4, with the V3 version, you will have noticed the beacon light flashing inside the cockpit, like a cheap freeware plane. That's now fixed because it is now officially V4 compatible. And last but not least, for more details, because there are many more updates that we could not talk about because we don't have enough time in the show, the Ultimate P3D V4 add-on compatibility update list. Go and check that out right away if you've updated to V4. And now it's time for the clip of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for your clips during the week. While we're live, when you see crazy stuff happening on stream or amazing stuff, don't forget to hit the clip button. Do not forget to hit the clip button. And when you do, feel free to come into the Discord and share it. Feel free to tweet it. Feel free to post it on Facebook. Do whatever you need to do to get traction to get that to be clip of the week. This week's clip of the week was taken by myself, and this is Sparky Stays at the YMCA. Let's crank this up a little bit here. Sparky doing a little dance down below. Oh, I'm gonna need to make a loop. Definitely need to make a loop, Sparky. I love the dancing. Keep it going, man. It's almost a perfect one. Yeah, look at that.
Why?
So you were in a good mood, Sparky.
I was in a good mood because I was in my new A2A plane.
That's right. This was release day for the 172.
Yeah, I was very happy. It was a good day.
And you've got your Comanche back.
And I got my Comanche back. The tour can now commence.
The tour can now commence. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up episode 24. Make sure to keep the topics coming. If you don't post, we've got nothing to talk about. As always, go and check out the Twitch channel. Please give us a follow if you haven't yet. Twitch.tv/TheSkyLounge. On YouTube, youtube.com/TheSkyLoungeTV. On Twitter, twitter.com/TheSkyLoungeTV. Get all the latest news right as it's posted on the website. You'll see it on all social media. Folks, until next time, signing off, Sky 5.
63, climb maintain 13 down.
13,000, Tempo 63.
63, contact the New York Center 128.3.
28 for Tempo 63, good day.